Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside, top to bottom, full video tour of this 2015 Thor Motor Coach Windsport 34J bunkhouse motorhome. Now this RV is unique, and I'm going to point out features through this video as we go around, walk around in circles and show you all about it. Starting with the left side, you have a full wall slide out with the 3-track system. You have a rock skirt on the back, backup camera, roof access ladder, LED taillights, a quick water fill. So if you want to add water, you can do it quick. Large power operated awning, and this coach has the king size bed in the back, a big old king size bed, and the rapid camp system. I'm gonna get real detailed in this video, so bear with me. If you want to skip forward, just hit fast forward to the parts you want to see, but I'm gonna go into detail and I'm gonna explain all about this motorhome. This style motorhome is very popular with rental fleets and stuff like that, but this one was not a rental. This one only has about 1,000 miles of use from the original owner. Has more than 1,000 miles on it, but the thing about RVs, they're too tall to ship by truck. So when they're delivered to the original selling dealer, they're taken by driving them there with drivers. Let's go up here and look at the awning. I'm going to go up on the roof in a minute, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about as we go along. The awning is good. The exterior fiberglass, this has the lighter color fiberglass. This motorhome only has about 1,000 miles of use from the original owner. So when they're brand new, they're driven to the original selling dealer by over-the-road driving. So it has only about 1,000 miles roughly of original owner miles, and the rest is ferrying miles being driven to its original dealer, which was in Florida. The first owner bought it. They said, you know what, we're not into RVing. They used it a couple times and then they traded it back in, and then we got it and brought it to our dealer here in California. So it's been ferried around, it's been driven, it's been completely gone through to make sure everything is working. And with this brand, the Thor Motor Coach, that's kind of important, to go through everything and make sure everything is working. A lot of RVs, when they're brand new from the factory, they forget to plug things in and they make a lot of small mistakes, which we've gone through and we believe we've corrected everything. So this is 100% ready to go, ready to camp. So you can just buy it, get in, and go straight to the campground today. It's literally that ready. So as we go around to the side here, as I get my camera in the right position, this has the mega size cargo storage compartment. Now some of this 34J have an outside kitchen, but those are mostly for looks. They do give you an outside fridge. There is room if you want to put a shelf, and you can put an outside fridge right here. There is an option for an outside kitchen. This doesn't have the outside kitchen. The weird thing about the outside kitchen version, the sink is about this high, and there's a little button to pump the water out of it. So it's not a free-flowing sink. It has the sink fills up, and then you hit the button and drain it out. So it's not as convenient as it looks if it has the outside kitchen. This one has a mega size storage. So if you want to bring bicycles and stuff, you can probably fit bicycles and chairs and all kinds of big items in here. It's really hard to find a motorhome with a storage compartment this large, and that's extremely useful. You can put a 50-inch TV or something out there. This does have an outside TV. It has full pass-through cargo compartments on 3 compartments that I found, which means it goes all the way through to the other side. Sorry about the banging around. But the rear goes all the way through across. It has an outside TV, which I'll open in a minute. Various cargo storage. This is your hydraulic and batteries. Propane for your cooking and heating. And then these two compartments are full pass-through to the other side. We'll go to the other side and show you as well. This one as well, full pass-through to the other side. This lift gives you a low window so your little pets can sit in. If you have pets, they can sit here and they can look out the window. Little dogs like these windows because they can see outside and bark at other dogs when they're driving by in other vehicles. The little dogs really enjoy that. Now the main awning, I mentioned this has a rapid cam system, which has a little remote that looks like an iPad or iPhone or something, and you punch in a little password in here and then you can control the features. And notice how much shade we have here. This is a large shade area. We have electric awning, so I can wind it up at one press of the remote control and it's winding up. Put the camera up there and have a look at it. I can start it, stop it from the remote. And these are kind of neat because they don't have the metal bars and stuff that hang down, so you could park your vehicle, your 4x4 truck underneath it and park your truck in the shade right here in the patio if you wanted to, or your boat or whatever toys you may bring, your picnic table. And you don't have to worry about banging your head on the sticks. Also, this motorhome has frameless windows. These are frameless windows, so they fit in here clean. And it also has dual pane windows on the front. Dual pane glass makes it a little bit quieter. Up on the big chrome mirrors, you have side view cameras, wide angle towing mirrors. These are power mirrors. Some motorhomes, believe it or not, don't give you power mirrors, but these are power aiming mirrors. They're heated mirrors. Big 19.5-inch rims with Goodyear RV tires, and remember the owners only used it for about 1,000 miles of use. One-piece front windshield. The front windshield that you don't have that center bar in the middle to block your view. It looks like brand new. This RV has spent most of its life on the dealer's lot and in some corner of the country. I mentioned this full wall slide out before. This has something called the 3-track system, or 3 tracks. So this has a Schwintek mechanism. You know, people don't realize when you put a big slide out in the side of the motorhome, you're making a big hole, but the Thor motor coach design on the slide out is very good. On the 2014s, some of them only had 2 tracks, but the engineers saw the need to add a 3rd track, so all the new ones all have the 3 tracks, and so this has a 3-track system. So if you see a 2014 that's cheaper and it doesn't have the 3-track system, you might want to take a close look at it. I mean, if you ever have a problem with those 2-track systems, you can fix them, but the 3 tracks are more reliable and you shouldn't have any problems. And this, with barely being used, is brand new, so you can take care of it and you shouldn't have problems. But it's also got structural supports going down the bottom, so that it prevents and reduces the amount of possible flex. So the slide out acts like the full wall of the motorhome when it's closed or when it's open, so it doesn't flex. So the design is very good. I'm happy with these. I think they work really well, and they make it nice and tight inside, so when the slides close you don't get rattles. What you really have to look at is some motorhomes, the slide mechanism is down underneath. On other motorhomes, the top can literally flap as you're driving down the road. So with 4 tracks, 2 on each end of the slide out holding the top solid, you're not getting any movement on these big slide outs on this design. which is better. You can look at other motorhomes like the Fleetwood 36D had a full wall slide. All the slide out mechanism was built into the bottom, and there was nothing really holding it at the top. Maybe some clamps or something. But this is a good design, and I have virtually no problems with it. We mentioned the pass-through slide out. Pass-through storage. So this is the other side. So if these two and the one in the rear go all the way across over to the other side. So if you have folding tables or chairs, picnic chairs, you can put them in, and that's pretty cool. There is an outside shower right here, so when you take your kids or whatever to the beach or the river or someplace where it's dusty, you can bring them over here, turn on the unlock and open the outside shower and rinse them off. So the full wall slide has a awning, which is really important. Keeps rain, sun, dirt, debris. You know, when you park under a tree and there's squirrels and birds up there, when they're throwing acorns at your RV, they'll just roll off the side. I'll go up in a few minutes and I'll show you that. Let's look at the campground hookups. Right here we have your campground hookups, black and gray. You have your TV cable, easy access. On the outside, your 50 amp power cable is included. This has an automatic transfer relay switch. That means you either run the generator or you plug it in. You don't have another plug you have to worry about. Locking gas cap up underneath the slide out. Let's take a look here. These got these smooth aluminum tracks for it to ride on, and it's actually got reinforcement right here where these big T-bars, and this is where your cables come through, but up in the front. Let's see. You got your T-bars right here, which structurally stabilize the slide when it's in. It has the Onan Cummins generator, 50 amp power, 5500 watts. Super smooth, quiet generator. When you're running this at the campground, you can barely hear it. I'll show you that in a few minutes on the inside. Your exterior water hookup is right here. It's got one connection to hook up the water, and it takes care of everything for you. It's really nice. On the back, you have a rock skirt back here, so if you want to tow a vehicle behind. Another thing to point out on this motorhome that sets it apart from others, this one has an 8,000 pound trailer hitch. Most motorhomes have maybe a 3,500 pound, or a lot of them have a 5,000 pound hitch on the back, but this has an 8,000 pound rated towing hitch. So if you need to tow something big, you don't have to go to the trailer store and modify it. It's rated to tow 8,000 pounds. It has a label on it. It has a 7-pin connector in there, and it tells you right on the hitch that it's rated for 8,000 pounds. That's unique to the Thor motor coach RVs. A lot of the other brands are the ones that will only give you a 5,000 pound hitch. So we're gonna go inside in a second here. One more thing I'm gonna remind you, as a quick fill. So when you said, hey, let's go camping, and you got to remember to put water, you can add water really quick right here. So even if you're on the road and you just need to add some water at a gas station or something like that. To point out more features about the Rapid Camp system, I can start the generator from outside with the remote. I just started up the generator, and as long as you're sure there's nothing in the way inside, which you have to be very careful, you can open the slide from the outside. Like if you're close to a tree, you can come out here and you can operate it. No, I just went inside to make sure that I'm not going to destroy anything or crush anything. So I'm in the slide mode, and I'm pushing the button and I'm closing the slide. Now remember, I went inside first to make sure I'm not going to hit anything. If you're going to use this, it's not bad to have two people or one really smart person to go check really carefully inside and make sure you're not going to destroy anything and nothing outside. But it's very handy, so if you're in the campground and you want to open the slides, you just bring the remote out with you and there you go. So we're going to get close to the generator. The generator is actually really quiet now that I've started it. It's running right now. We'll put the camera close so you can hear how smooth it runs because it's very low time. Now the generator's running, I can go out and turn on the outside TV. This has an outside entertainment system with Bluetooth as well. Let me go back and operate my awning. Awning. Out. That's in. Out. So we have an outside TV, which I can hit the button right here, turn it on, and then your TV will come on. Now this has a digital TV antenna, so it will pick up in my area where I'm at right now hundreds of stations. We're getting channel 5.1 right here. Since the digital TV conversion, you know, you have 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, etc., 4.1, 4.2. So we're getting TV over the air broadcast. It's real nice. And you have these outside speakers, which you can control from your smartphone via Bluetooth. There's a stereo, I'll show you that when we go inside. 110 volt power, so you can set your picnic table up here, whip out the George Foreman grill and start barbecuing. Outside light under the awning. Let's go inside. So proceeding into the 34J bunkhouse motorhome, I'm going to point out some stuff. I'm taking my time on my videos to show you everything. It has a full wall slide, which means this whole wall opens up to really expand the room. In the bedroom, you have a king size bed. This is an RV King, so extra wide. You could theoretically sleep 3 people across, a kid and 2 adults, or whatever arrangement you want. But king size bed is kind of rare or hard to find, especially in bunk models. So it's not just a king, it's also a walk around king. With that mega size storage compartment, you can walk all the way around the bed. And it has these privacy doors with little push buttons to release it. And then you can close the privacy doors. And then you have master bedroom privacy. I mentioned the outside stereo. There's an outside inside stereo control right here. You got different speakers, speaker A or speaker B. You can select and you can hook up your Bluetooth from your smartphone on here. So you can control the outside speakers from your smartphone based on this unit right here. And there is an app also to run this, which is really cool. You've got a bedroom air conditioner unit for when you go out to the desert. You can blast cool air all over yourself. There's something else to point out about this bunk motorhome. This has a wardrobe convertible bunk. What that means is right now you could sleep 2 people, 2 adult-sized people on here, but the top bunk folds up. So talking about the bunk bed that converts into a closet, right now I have it converted to a closet. So the upper bunk, you lift it up, goes out, fold the bunk down, and then you got the room for the kids. So these have doors on them which close up. They magnetically operate. You can put the ladder away. There is a TV in the bottom bunk with a DVD player in the side of it, so you can load your DVDs right in the side. There's a second TV for the bunks, a big TV, so the bunk occupants can watch the TV together. which also has a DVD player slot built right into the TV. So this plays DVDs, that plays DVDs. You have capability and hookups to put a third TV for the bunk. The bracket's already there, the third TV. I don't really think it's necessary to have a third TV. You've got two for the bunks. And these days a lot of people have iPads and so forth. But if you're just going to use it as a clothing wardrobe, you close the doors and you have your clothes in there put away. Very nice setup. Going to the front seats are, these are like captain's chairs. These are not the simple seats. These are full captain's chairs with armrests, two-tone leather, ultra leather material in like brand new condition. Really tough stuff. And you have a dining table area here. So you have dining table for 6. 1, 2, and 4 more. Your standard dinette plus a front table. So that's pretty nice. A lot more table space and a very large kitchen countertop with a roller shade in the back, LED lighting, sink covers. Pull this out of the way, turn on the water, do your dish work. Everything is like new in here. Big microwave oven, has a light, fan, turntable, and you've got the backsplash back here, so when you're cooking you have an easy clean backsplash. 3-burner cooktop, and you have a real oven. You know, you got to watch out for that. Some people really need an oven, because if you do a lot of dry camping and you pull up to a campground and there's no hookups, dry camping means if you do camping with no hookups, like in the middle of the desert somewhere at remote campsites, people want to cook with the open fire. But if you want to bake something, you do have an actual oven. Some of these dry camp areas like national parks, state parks, official government campgrounds have quiet time hours, like from 8 a.m. to 7 a.m. I'm sorry, from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. You're not supposed to use a generator. And if you can't use a generator and you don't have electrical hookups, you won't be able to use a microwave. So those ovens are really handy. Now, my wife doesn't like dry camping. She likes to go to the luxury full hookup campgrounds where it's not a problem. But some of the most beautiful spots where you can go with an RV are dry campgrounds, places like at the beach and stuff like that. The brochure for the Rapid Camp, which I've been showing you throughout my video, is here. I have it in my pocket so I can control and operate things. Air conditioning control for the front, the level indicators to check all your fluid levels, start and stop the generator. Let's start the generator from right here and see how many hours are on it right now. Okay, it's checking, and start. He'll tell me in a minute. 40 hours, 40.6 hours right now on the generator. The slide, extend, and retract. Black tank heater, gray tank heater. If you go someplace where it's like really cold outside, you can turn on your tank heaters. Your water pump. Your water heater has gas or electric heat, so it's dual heat source. So when you got a lot of people, you know, taking showers, it has 2 sources of heat, so you don't run out of hot water, which is really convenient. Going to the back, we have the rear bedroom AC unit. Now I just started the generator, and you can run both AC units on generator or on 50 amp campground hookup. That's no problem. All the lights in here, for the most part, have low mounted light switches. You know, when you got the grandkids or the little ones and you say, hey, go turn on the light in the bedroom, you need little switches down low where they can reach them. Some of the RVs are designed so you have to be able to reach 7 feet up to the ceiling. And if you have mobility impairment, like it's hard to reach your arms up or something like that, some older people or people who've been in accidents and things like that have a harder time reaching for the ceiling. So having light switches is really convenient. Now you have a little workstation here. You've got 4 USB ports right here to charge all your gadgets, plus a 110 volt outlet, so you can throw all your gadgets in the bedroom drawer there, plug in the USB charging port or the 110 volt outlet. Now let's take a look at this TV. It opens up, and then there's storage to store all your movies or gadgets behind there as well. 2 big wardrobe cabinets, so if you got the bunks in use, you still have 2 big wardrobe cabinets, plus you have nightstand drawers. Everything looks like brand new in here. Additional hanging clothes areas. Maybe you want to hang the little grandkids' clothes in these compartments, and then you have additional storage over the bed, over your king size bed. Let's go in the restroom and take a look in the restroom. So in the restroom, it has a full glass shower enclosure. You open up the doors. You got a nice shower head there. Still got the labels on it. Doesn't even look like they used it. Still got the labels. You know, you go look at one that used to be a rental, you're not going to find labels in it anymore. There's no wear or tear in the bottom of the shower. It looks like it has maybe been used only once or twice, or not at all. It's really clean. Even the bathroom sink still has the original label on there. We've tested it out, but doesn't look used at all. Cabinet here. Lots of room. There is, for example, point to put a rolls of toilet paper. These are very large cabinets. And then your bathroom vent has a weatherproof vent cover, which means you can leave it open all the time so the air ventilates to the outside. It's even got the label still on the toilet from the factory. But we did have our professional housekeeper come in here and clean the shower, the microwave, the sink. She didn't peel the label off, but it has been professionally cleaned. Underneath your king size bed, you have a 110 volt power outlet, your 12 volt fuses, your circuit breaker panel. We've tested the outlets in here. They all are operational. You have some big drawers in the kitchen for storage. Put your pots and pans in here, and additional storage up overhead. Now this I like. Okay, I just took a trip from Florida to California with this RV, but a couple months before I took the same trip in a different RV, and I wish I would have had this RV because my boy likes to play video games, and he could have just sat here on this little sofa here and plugged this video game console into the television and sit here and boo 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 boo. And the nice thing about an A-class motorhome is you have a giant window, so when you're driving and you say, hey, check out the Mount Shasta with all the snow on it, or check out the ocean or the river or whatever you're passing by that's beautiful, even though they're still playing their gadgets and gizmos on the TV, they can turn and they can see what you're pointing out, especially when the sofa is on the right side, which is very rare. I like this floor plan because of that reason. Even when the slide's out, whoever's sitting on the sofa can still see clear view out the front window. And then they can watch movies, they can watch TV, and we're going to talk more about the dinette. Now this has a dream dinette, which means there's no leg right here to break or trip over. The dream dinette has a little release handle underneath, and you flip it over and you push it down to turn it into a bed. Speaking of beds, this makes into a bed. This makes into a big queen size bed, and you have an additional electric bed over the front. Let's lower that down. So this RV has the highly desirable electric front bunk, which has a key, a safety lockout key right here, and then you can put it to lower it down. You have to make sure it's not going to hit anything, and I'm hitting the switch. I'm lowering it down. I have a mattress for it to flip up onto the top. And then it's lowered down to the top of the seats. So there is a light which you can turn on. So I do have a mattress, but this is not a thin mattress. This is a thick mattress that they put up here. It's custom sized to fit up here. It stores away either in the bunk or in the wardrobe closet will fit. But if you leave it here, it limits how high the bed can go. I like to put the bed all the way up, but it's up to you. There's two settings. The bed has a high and a low setting. So we're going to come up to the front. We're going to talk about the driver's seat position. It is an electric power driver seat, and I can fit in here even though the table is here. So you could potentially keep the table here when you're driving if you want. Starting the engine. This is where your leveling jack control panel is. That's your headlight controls, fog lights, emergency jump start. If you ever go camping and then you leave something on and run down one of your batteries, you have an internal jump start switch which will jump start from one set of batteries to the other. Your current odometer reading is 5,550 miles. I have some dash fans, so turn the fans on. So you have dash defrost fans up over the front, passenger and driver. You have the generator start stop. You have the cab reading light. You got your little map light up there, right? So when you're sitting in the driver's seat and you pull up the campground and it's really dark, you can turn your map light on right there. You have a power outlet for HDMI and USB charging right there in the dash. And then we have the backup camera and side cameras. Now the side cameras are on the mirror, but when you turn on the turn signal, your side camera view, which is a very clear view, shows up right there on your navigation screen. You turn it on the right side, then you have the right camera view, and if you put it in reverse, you have the backup camera view. So that works really good. If I put it in reverse, I have my backup camera view. No problem. You have additional storage in the overhead here. So easy access, additional storage. Your parking brake, power mirrors with mirror heat, cup holders. So you got left side cup holder, right side cup holder, extra cup holder, and passenger cup holders. And then this radio is Bluetooth capable, so you can hook up your phone and play your music on this radio, or if a call comes in, there's a little microphone for the hands-free Bluetooth, so you can take your call when you're on the road and they can hear you. You've got various power points. Your dash air, of course, is ice cold. I have the vent closed right now because the engine's running. Over on the passenger side, there's a flip over table, so you can set your iPad or your laptop or whatever, or your drink tray over there, and then there's a power outlet for it too, so you have a power to connect on the passenger side. There's power under the cabinets. There's extra speakers all over the place, so your sound can come from wherever you want it to, inside or outside. Very nice setup. Cruise control, tilt wheel, and then your full gauge package, and you have a safety check like your info set up, and it will do a system check for you. So if I press info, I've got 206 miles to empty, engine hours 139, trip 1,347, 81 degrees outside, so it's a warmer day. And then if you press setup, and then it says press reset for system check, and it says engine temp okay, transmission temp okay, oil pressure okay, brake fluid okay, 206 miles to empty, system check complete. That's a nice feature they put on the Ford chassis to do the system check for you. It's very clean. We did a water test of this RV to find that it has it's all good. And then again, I said it's an electric seat. Let's show you what I'm talking about. There is a power seat control down here. Six-way, up and down front, up and down rear, forward and back, and then it has manual recline and it has swivel. So if you have the table here, you just reach down and grab the rod and release it, and then the chair swivels around and you can hop out the driver's seat. And that works even if the slide is in, you still have enough room to squeak by. But you could also store the table for when you're not using it. It just slips right off of there. So the sofa has a little drawer that pulls out, and you've got a bunch of air mattresses in here. This RV right now has 3 air mattresses, which is more than you need. One can go up here, but you have a real soft, squishy mattress up there right now. But one air mattress is for that, one air mattress is here for here, and one air mattress for the back. So there's a drawer underneath. You pull out the air mattress, you inflate it, and you sit the air mattress on top of this, and then you have bed going all the way across the RV here. So if you want to sleep a lot of people, you could sleep 2 here, 1 here, 1 or 2 on the electric bed overhead, 2 in the bunk, up to 3 in the king. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could hypothetically sleep up to 10 people if you're cramming people in here, and that's going to be pretty tight. There's probably even enough room for a narrow bed on the floor, but boy, you're really cramming them in. I would say a comfortable number would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, maybe 8. 8 is easy, but definitely room to sleep a lot of people in here. So that inflatable air mattress just sets up right there, and there you go. This RV does come with a lot of books and manuals. A whole bundle of all the owner's books and manuals are included in the cabinet up there. And then the refrigerator is fully operational. I have it cold right now. It's got, what do we got in here? We got some drinks, we got some beer, we got some food in there. Everything you need. Now you'll have to get your own beer, your own drinks, and your own food, but it is fully operational. It also has a pantry, which we have more drinks and more food in here. It pulls out, and then you can access your chips or whatever you want to put in here. Your dry goods pantry folds away right there. Very nice setup. Following up more about the kitchen, this is a genuine Korean countertop. This is not the cheap countertop, this is the good stuff. Very nice Korean countertop. Storage underneath here. Easy access if you need to access a water heater is accessible from here. Very nice setup. The dinette is a bed. That's easy. The front bed is easy. This bed is easy. I don't know how many people you want to bring with you, but if you have 3 kids, you put the tallest one in the electric front bed, and the shorter ones in the bunk bed. That's what I recommend. And the littlest, if you have 4 kids and one is a little baby, you can squeeze them between you on the king size bed. It's nice and roomy back here. Much bigger than a queen size. I don't want to talk forever, but it's real comfortable in this RV. We're going to take a look at the roof. We're going to take a look underneath, and then we're going to wrap up the video. Before I wrap up the video and before we go outside, I'm going to show you a little clip here. I had another RV, same floor plan, and they replaced the sleeper sofa with lounge recliner. So those are available. You could put a lounge recliner in here. It'll sit 2 or 3 people. But this definitely sits 3 people. Maybe do it later. I am a dealer for one of the furniture providers. So we're up here on the roof taking a look at the 34J full wall slide motorhome. This is in new condition. The roof looks fantastic. No damage. You have dual ACs up here. You have the bathroom skylight. You have the weatherproof vent covers. So you see, when we're up here taking a close look, when you open the vent covers, when you open the vents, the vent covers keep rain and dirt and leaves and critters from getting into the RV or falling down, so you have to clean out the vents. But you can leave them open in hostile weather and you don't have to worry about water getting in, which is really nice. You have the digital TV antenna, which you can raise to a higher position and aim it. And then the center vent also has the weatherproof vent cover. All the seals look good up here. The antenna looks good. Your full wall slide has a awning over it. So you see, when you park under a tree and critters are dropping acorns on your RV, when you close the slide, they just roll off the side. You don't have to get up here with a broom and clean it off. So I'm standing up here with my little remote control, trying to punch in my password in direct sunlight, and I'm going to select the awning, and I'm going to try to extend the awning. There it goes. From on top, I'm using my little remote and I'm opening the awning. This has the rapid camp system, so you can control the features of the RV from the rapid camp remote, which is really nice. I can also close it. I hit it and it's winding back up. So we're back with our rapid camp, but now we're underneath. I'm going to hit auto level. And now the jack is going down. I triggered it with here and it's auto leveling the coach. The advantage of the rapid camp system is you can climb underneath the RV and make sure that your jacks are not squishing anything like critters or hoses or cords. And you have manual control of the coach from a remote, which is kind of useful for certain more difficult to set up locations. And you can observe your jacks going down. Right now the fronts are going down, and to do it you have to have the engine running, but it's just going to auto level. The rapid camp to open the slide out from underneath so we can observe. Just pushing the button on the little iPad looking remote, and you can see how the triple track slide out system moves it nice and smooth out. And then it's out. Very smooth. So now we're going to go underneath and take a look. Starting in the back, you have an 80-gallon fuel tank here. Your 8,000 pound rated towing hitch mounted to the frame. Your leveling jacks. This is a very low mileage coach, so of course the tire treads are excellent. The tire conditions are excellent. There's no physical imperfections, so it'll be a long time before you'll have to worry about tires with a low mileage rig like this. The step is, everything is like brand new on here. You know, when these RVs are made, they're made in Indiana at the factory, and then they pay driver to drive it from, so this would have been driven from Indiana to Florida, where it was sold to his first customer, who didn't have it very long. And then I bought it from a dealer who sat on it for a while in Florida. I don't know why. They seemed to specialize in the big diesel pushers. This was like the low dollar rig for them, I guess. So they didn't really care about it that much. So it just sat. Didn't really market it or anything. But then I drove it from Florida to Tennessee to Nashville, and then from Nashville I drove to California down to 40. So that's about perhaps 4,000 miles of ferry driving. So you can get your Google Maps if you want and take the current odometer reading, which I showed when I was inside, and subtract how far it is from California to Nashville, and then subtract again how far it is from Nashville to Orlando, Florida, and then subtract again to the factory in Indiana, and whatever's left, that's how many miles either the dealer moved it around or the first owner drove it. Back to the fuel tank. I don't see any physical damage on this rig. It's really clean. So my name is Mike Johnson. I'm wrapping up this video. Give me a call, 951-681-2101. That's a landline. This is my website right here, mybiscar.com. Give me a call. We'll go from there. Thank you.